What's going on, guys and gals? A stock check here, up $3,471 in the first hour trading. Really good morning, and didn't have to take a lot of trades to do it, so let's get right into it. Alright, so my first trade was BPTH, and it was kind of a little bit of a reckless trade, to be perfectly honest. So, yesterday we had this really crazy wick here, kind of a bearish sign that today would be a down day on it. But I thought that maybe it would give us some sort of pop early on, maybe to get to the 50 level. I don't know. I just thought with such a crazy move, surely people can't abandon it today. Well, they kind of did, but I was going to give it a shot. So out of the gates, we had this big drop down to 21 from 34 to 21. Gee, or no, that's not 21. What is that? Okay, there it is. 34 to 31. Big drop, but it came all the way back up. And then this candle opened up, and I'm thinking, well, if it recovered this entire move, maybe if we broke this level right here, it would take off. And so I went long 33.50, looking for the VWAP break, which would lead to this break, and then a rip higher. I get in and just stops right here. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is it. I'm about to blow up my account. I took 1,000 shares at 33.50, like right on the VWAP. And it got rejected there for a second. Then finally starts creeping up, and then finally it ripped through here and got the pop I wanted. And I was hoping for continuation, right? I was hoping for it, but it just came right back down. And as it was coming back down, I sold at 34 right here, because I did not want to be in the sucker if it ended up flushing, which it did. So, kind of a reckless trade. There was really no setup here besides looking for the break of, high day at that point. And I did get a pop. You'll see that when I entered this thing, I was down like over $1,000 for a second. The spread was insane. And then up here, I was up over two grand. Came back down and made about just under $500 on this trade.
Phase in measures over 6
Watching
years in trade
BPTH over
talks.
34.
Selling off a little bit. However, be mindful of a possible red to green move. The high a day on seal is 69. So seal. Watching seal for maybe an ad. I'm not sure. It's pretty whippy right now. High a day on TNXT was 84. You can see how seal has some sellers there stacked up at 7.
So this next trade was SBOT. This was a stock that was gapping up on basically merger news, low float stock. This is the one that really brought home the bacon today. I apologize again for not having all the order status showing right now. It's currently 12:40 a.m. and I think E-Trade washes it clean at this time of night. So if I could pull this up, I would. But you'll see it. You'll see the order status go through when I run the live clip. So here we go. It gapped up pretty big. Kind of see it gapped up 175 and went as high as $3 today. Here's the pre-market, right? Pre-market, it was up to 225, trailing off a little bit. Opens up and sells off a little bit, and then we get this kind of nice pop here, all right? Which leads to more selling, right? And then we get a kind of a relief bounce. This is just typical bearish move stuff. But what I saw here, and this is what caught my eye, and you'll see me flip to this moments before the big move happens. I click on it, I'm like, and I tell my chat room, SBOT's on watch for a reversal or something like that. And what I saw is, okay, so you have the drop, bounce, and then this candle under candle here is much different than this move. And this candle under candle is much different than this move, right? Do you see the difference? They're both the same setup. This one actually drops, this one does not. that is indicating to me that a reversal could be in play here. Another way to draw this, if you wanted to use maybe lines like so, you could do it like this. Yeah, you could probably do it something like that, right? So in this case, this drop hit the came down to here, and now we can draw this support line to it. You would expect that this next drop would come down to the support line again, but it doesn't. It hangs out right here, and it hangs out towards the top end of this. So what I'm seeing is I want to play, if the candle under candle didn't work at all, I'm going to try the first candle over candle. So the next candle that opens up, I want to go long as soon as it looks like this level is going to break, which would also coincide with maybe this resistance level breaking as well. So, and something that you'll see as well on the L2, at like 160, there was a crap ton of bids showing up there, like a ton. And I was just, so I get in early when I see that on the L2. I get in early. I take 2,000 shares. I think I get in at 164 or something like that. I don't even know. And then when it looked like it was going to go candle over candle, I added again. So I had 4,000 shares. This is called 165. I can't remember. You'll see it in the live clip. It goes candle over candle. Boom. Explosion. Okay, we break high a day. We break high a day. We break the VWAP. It's hitting all sorts of dominoes. All right, boom, good. I'm still holding it all. After this kind of move with this kind of volume, I'm willing to hold for the pullback. So we get a little pullback right here. Right? And since we broke the VWAP so cleanly, I'm willing to see if the pullback holds the VWAP. Now, I had my fingers on the sell button if the VWAP would have broken. That was going to be my profit stop loss. So we pull back, and I wanted to see the next candle over candle to see if they would do the same exact move here, right? Boom, explosion, up higher, right? It continued up. This is all the same pop, right? Didn't mean to do that. So this is just new high. So I actually sold, I think, 2,000 shares. I took 4,000 shares total. I think I sold 2,000 shares when it broke $2, like through here. And I held 2,000 more just for YOLO because it was getting crazy. And went into a stop loss, it went into a circuit breaker halt. After the circuit breaker halt, it opens up. It popped up, came back down, popped back up. And it came back down here. I can't remember where I sold. It was probably for the break of this area. I honestly know. I sold over here, though. When I saw this move happen and it come back down, it was kind of just showing weakness to me. So I ended up selling, but it was a very big win overall. So let's show the live trade now.
Of course, I can see if I'd have held it a little bit longer, I would have had a big
SBOT on watch for the 5-minute and the 1-minute.
Trump
here.
says U.S. will do very well either way, with or without a China trade deal.
Big buyers at 160.
Yeah, John, that's a pretty good trade. $600.
I'm going to jump in at 162 using that 160 wall as my
The real
support.
breakout on CLDX would be up here around.
I'm going to add here as well. So average 163.
I didn't even realize it until I put in the second order and only saw 505. That's when I started looking. And why
This 170 needs to break for a 5-minute play.
It was already on its way down, so I wasn't going to chase it. Really, Martin?
Kudlow says shutdown impacted February job numbers.
Awesome.
Yeah, but of course SBOT's
Note
got
to
the
self.
200 moving average up there,
Short
which
the
isn't
top
ideal. I don't really
Come on,
buy
let's
the
buy.
lowest
Get over there.
on the
There we
lowest
go.
candle, too.
Break this 80. Break it. Yes. Go, you beautiful bastard.
I don't know. Kudlow was out saying the payroll report was affected by the government shutdown. Those weren't government jobs that were lower. Those, I don't know. And whether it was a fluky number, come on. Those weren't government
SBOT's
jobs.
moving
That
up
were
real
down
nice
because
here.
of the shutdown. They were just regular jobs. I don't know if I buy that.
Shares of Trovagene now at $7.43, well off the highs. Tango Romeo Oscar Victor.
SELB moving up.
We'll see SBOT hold the
17
VWAP
million
here.
share float.
271.
PNXP crawling back up.
Trump says relationship with North Korea's Kim is good. Would be surprised if he did anything that was not in our understanding.
Down, back up. Not really clear direction yet. And well, direction more has been down than up.
Big size showing up again on the bid of SBOT. This is going to be, you know, two companies merging together here, so this is all going to be a whole different market cap valuation on this SBOT.
Trump says would be very disappointed if I saw North Korea testing a missile.
$950.
So over 86, we'll have the first 1 minute candle over candle. There it is.
Seal has a
There we
halt
go.
level at 82 right now. The high of the last 5 minute candle is 590. I wouldn't really want to buy into this halt. What I'd rather do is kind of give it a second to consolidate here and then maybe take a trade.
We under 260, and this thing's back to the 50s at 240, a little under 240 right now. So I think get under 260, quick move down to 250 here.
Yeah, I usually have my mouse over the buy button and then I click it.
Looking for the break it too.
We still got a little bit of room here on this one, I think.
So
A bunch
Seal
of buying coming in here.
is doing a little 1 minute pullback here under 90. The high there was 90. So I'll put an order on Seal at 90 for a possible scalp.
There's the break it too.
SBOT crossing the 200 moving average.
Holding two very well. I'm not selling a single share yet.
59.
Jeez. This could get real perky here.
And there's 250. Dadgummit.
Alright, I'm selling half at 207, just to be responsible. Damn, you damn near top ticked it there, Chico. I don't think this is done by, well, pre-market. Okay, we got resistance at like 229 and 235.
I'm not sure what the H
$4.98.
So I'll put an order on SBOT at 61 for right now. Let's just watch the resumption.
I don't plan on selling any shares
And
anytime soon on
SBOT
SBOT.
now
So
is
It's
over
the only
higher.
runner this morning, so everybody's watching
after
it.
that circuit breaker halt.
So the high coming out of the halt was 65.
Look at that move.
$2.75 on SBOT at the high.
Now the target
MLNX,
is a move up into
Mellanox,
the 80s.
moving
Stop,
here at
is
109.57 at the high. Michael
250.
Lehman, November
Alright,
X-ray.
short 263 here, SBOT.
Stopped out 250.
Alright, didn't like to see that.
So I'll put an order. The high a day is 75.
Covered
So now we're getting a
244.
little bit of a pullback. Maybe back over the $0.50. I could get back in.
There's some support here. Okay,
CLDX
look
is
at that.
continuing a little higher.
Look at the buyers fight back on this. Jeez.
I'd probably take a starter of CLDX.
If this
around
goes
the
back over
$0.50,
275,
if I thought it was going to
this is
make a
going to
move
3.
up to 6. So SBOT watching.
Watch the 1 minute here on SBOT.
70. So it popped up there to a high of 67. Dipped back down, so now over 67 is a possible scalp. Watching 16,000 share seller 68. I'm back in SBOT. Now that we're going towards the highs, over 75. There we go. Just added. Trying to scalp this. Oh man, I sold my whole position by accident.
SBOT continuing
meant to
here
sell
now.
half,
Sandy
but I
Bravo
sold the whole
Oscar
thing at
Tango.
81 by accident. Well, all right. So the new high a day is
$2.90
I'm
on
gonna put an order
on the
at
day.
Stellar
90
Biotechnologies.
Times 3,
for next scalp. Hands on the buy button.
Hard borrows and this SBOT
Big size showing up on the freaking
Stellar announcing the merger
on the bid.
earlier
1,000
with
share seller at
at
80.
SIA
I'm
Biotech.
selling another quarter at
So now we're getting a
275
little
into that
pullback
big block
underneath the
there.
highs.
I don't think it's done, but
Quarter's ready
just
at
locking in some more
92.
profit.
Call it a day.
65, dipping down a little bit.
Yeah, it's coming down a little too fast here. Let's see what 250 does.
Back to 40.
Bidders there near the VWAP. It's good to see. But it's an ugly move though. So it didn't hit 3. Started selling off.
Trades like this, but
So high day volume here is now looking like a red candle, and a doji, a shooting star as it's coming back down.
all right, short NH 156. You see, protecting that last trade doesn't look so bad now. That
So somehow SBOT just did a 1 minute candle over candle.
COST Costco at the highs of the day,
I might sell the
$228
rest
following
here
their
and just
earnings
wait for
report.
another setup on it.
That's
Depending
Costco
what
up
if 250 can
more
hold.
than 5% now. COST.
Alright, out the rest 250 and I'll wait for another setup on it. Really good trade. Yeah, I'm up over $3,300 right now this morning.
Alright, so this next trade is SBOT again. This was a bounce play that I actually played poorly. So we coming out of the holes, we just did this trade right through here. It's coming down, it's obviously coming down, and the first level of support is going to be this VWAP area. So it drops, relief bounce right here, candle under candle drop, okay? Relief bounce, and what I did here is as it hit this VWAP, this is the first time we've tapped the VWAP since back here. You know, I'm going to see if it holds. So I buy this level, and it's a lot of selling coming in through here, and I buy it. I get in at like 230, which is the VWAP. It drops all the way down to 222, and it comes back up, and then when I see the little bounce off at 222, I just immediately say, okay, absolute worst case, I'm going to stop out 222. this is a bounce play. This is all I'm looking for. I got in for bounce play. I just wanted to scalp it, and I should have. I would have gotten, 15 cents out of it, which would have been $300. The problem is I turned a bounce play into, hey, maybe this will break this level and curl back up, which it wasn't ready to do. It did curl back up, but it needed to confirm this was the bottom off of the VWAP to reverse. I just played it wrong. It was moving up. I was up like $300, and then it went candle under candle and moved down, which it should have done. It was that would have been the play, and I ended up profit stopping out for +5 rather than +15
cents on
I think
that
I'm looking at
report.
this right.
Control Q cancels my orders. That's all that does.
So maybe over
two- ADIL.
I'm tempted to buy this VWAP
Stock
here.
is a former runner, as we know.
All right, I'm gonna buy the VWAP. Tight stop on it.
Are, a little bit beaten up after that big move that it made.
So with a short squeeze, you get a seller flush here.
12,000 share seller at 83.
220 under 220. I'll stop out.
Probably
ADIL,
be a
Alpha
scalp
Delta
of
India Lima,
$4,
ADIL
but
Pharmaceuticals hitting a high of
might have some
$3.83.
bad
That's
holders on
Alpha
this
Delta
one.
India Lima.
So under 222,
Alright,
I'd stop
and
out as well.
140
I'm in
said,
it.
"Nice, looks
Sorry,
pretty
average
good
is
to the downside.
230.
I'm not seeing any size yet unless they bring
See if
some
there's
on.
hidden sellers.
Once I
as it
see it at
moves up towards
145, about
4.
3,100. So all right, covered 144.
Kudlow says increase in
Yeah,
China
take a break. I think
trade gap
had a big morning
is
here,
due
so
to American growth.
Over
80 by
240s, there's a
84 on
1 minute.
ADIL.
We still need a 5
Over
minute.
90 would be a
So
spot to watch. There's 90 on the app.
Nice bounce off the
92,
VWAP right now.
Cents, and that is with the times 3. So it's about,
92,
set about
90.
2 more minutes on this 5 minute candle though, so it's gonna be the next candle that might set it off.
9. So a little bit of resistance here.
Stop loss now on my SBOT right now, and this candle would be the low of this candle. So 237.
Higher hard to borrow a couple of times, so. Yeah, Martin, that's about where I'm at here. See things start slowing down. Not seeing the scanner's not getting hit as hard as it was, so. NH may go again here, so if it does.
Some tension here on SBOT. Good pop or drop, pretty good right now. Alright, I'm out 235. There's the drop.
So I had a couple more trades after those. They were kind of poor setups. I was just kind of looking for small scalps off of. I nickel and dimed my way up to 34.71 after the first hour of trading. Really good morning. I ended up end of the day up around 3,700, I think it was. I was up at over $4,500 at one point. Gave some back. You know, that's trading. You're going to give some back at times. So, good day for sure. Back at it Monday. If you have any questions on my trading style, feel free to ask. I just ran a hour-and-a-half free, webinar in my Discord chat room today, just answering questions for all sorts of type of traders. I'm teaching my style of trading. There's a ton of different styles. If you think what I do would fit for you, come on in. If you're not, come on anyway, because we've got plenty of traders that have different styles in here that want to help out as well. We're a friendly group. There's no dumb questions. Come on in. Get better at trading. Let's make some money. All right, I'll see you in the next one.